There's a country where war headlines have buried something older than the pyramid. A place where skyscrapers are made of mud, yet they survived empires of steel. Where time doesn't run forward, it runs in circles, like prayer beads in the hands of the wind. This is Yemen. Not the Yemen of breaking news, but the Yemen of stories no one dared to tell. In a village you've never heard of, women still sing to the moon in a language no outsider understands. In a market that hasn't changed in 8 centuries, the scent of dried roses and camel milk soap weaves through corridors of shadow and light. Welcome to Yemen, a place far from everything you thought it would be. Shibam is often called the Manhattan of the desert, but not because of glass towers or steel frames. Here, the skyscrapers are made of mud. Built over 500 years ago, Shibam's mud brick towers rise up to 8 stories tall, making it one of the earliest examples of vertical city planning in the world. The entire city is surrounded by thick defensive walls, built to protect it from floods, invaders, and the harsh desert winds. Each building is constructed from clay mortar and straw, then sun-dried. The thick walls act as natural insulation, cool during the scorching day, warm at night. Small windows help keep out sand and regulate heat and light. This smart, sustainable design has allowed the city to endure for centuries. Located along the ancient incense route, Shibam was once a thriving trade stop where caravans passed through carrying frankincense, myrrh, and spices. Despite being isolated in the middle of the desert, its strategic location helped it prosper. Today, Shibam stands like an open-air museum, a testament to the ingenuity of its builders. Narrow alleys weave through the dense cluster of towers. Many homes are inherited through generations, maintained using traditional techniques. In some places, wooden beams connect upper floors between buildings, allowing neighbors to share food or speak without stepping outside. High above the Hadramaut Plateau, the land folds inward like a prayer, dry golden ancient. There, clinging to the bones of the cliffs, are villages that have watched centuries pass in silence. Al-Hajareen clings to the cliff as if grown from it, not built. The houses, stacked like forgotten scriptures, face a sun that offers no mercy. There are no rivers here, no green. Only stone, yet life persists. Farther along, the Wadi al-Jazil appears like a vision, a village suspended mid-breath. Its stone homes perch on ledges carved by time 100 feet above the valley floor. From below, they seem unreal. From above, inevitable. Children play, in the shade of granite goats walk the sky. Both villages speak in the language of adaptation. Thick walls keep in the cool. Rooms are narrow and dim, not out of poverty, but purpose. Flat roofs double as pantries, beds, temples. To reach them is to leave the present. The road coils like scripture along the mountains. No noise here, only the hush of dust, the echo of wind brushing against stone, the soft footfall of a traveler arriving late to an ancient conversation. Leaving the cliffside villages behind and heading higher into the mountains, we arrive at Jabal Sabir, a place that feels alive in a different way. Located near the city of Taiz, Jabal Sabir is one of the highest peaks in Yemen, reaching over 3,000 meters at its summit. But height is not what makes it special. It's the life that clings to every slope. Terraced farms carved into the mountainside more than 2,000 years ago cover the hills like green staircases. These terraces are still in use today, supporting crops like coffee barley and khat. Water is channeled through hand-dug aqueducts and stored in stone tanks. Despite limited rainfall, the locals have made agriculture work at altitudes where few would try. Jabal Sabir is also home to a rare and revered animal, the Arabian leopard. It is one of the most endangered big cats in the world. It's smaller and lighter than its African cousin, with a pale yellow coat covered in dark rosettes. In Yemen, only a handful are believed to survive in the wild. Yet despite its rarity, the leopard holds deep cultural and spiritual significance. In local folklore, it is seen as the protector of the mountain, an invisible presence that watches over the land and its people. Sightings are considered profound, even mystical. Elders tell stories of those who've crossed paths with the leopard being chosen or spiritually marked. Conservation efforts are minimal due to the country's conflict, but the reverence for the animal among local communities may be one of its last hopes. In a country so often defined by conflict, Jabal Sabir quietly exists like a world apart, where history, nature, and spirit converge. Heading southwest from Jabal Sabir, we reach Al-Hajara, a village that feels carved with intention. Built directly into a steep rock face in the Haraz Mountains, Al-Hajara is both fortress and home. The buildings here are made entirely from local stone, stacked with care to follow the natural slope. They are built in vertical layers, with each floor serving a different function. The bottom floor typically houses livestock, providing warmth that rises through the house. The middle floor is used for storage grains, tools, and preserved foods. The top floor, open to light and air, is where families live and gather. This layout maximizes space while using natural insulation to regulate temperature year-round. The narrow alleys of Al-Hajara weave like a maze through the village. Staircases connect homes, and rooftops serve as both patios and meeting spaces. From a distance, Al-Hajara appears to grow out of the rock. The houses blend into the cliffs so well that it is difficult to distinguish between man-made and natural features. The villagers value their traditions, their stone homes, and the mountain that shelters them. Just east of Al-Hajara lies Taiz, one of Yemen's most important and densely populated cities. Overlooking the city is Al-Kahira Citadel, a massive fortress perched on a rocky hill. Built centuries ago, the citadel was once the administrative and military heart of southern Yemen. Its thick stone walls, watchtowers, and arched gates tell a story of power and resilience. The citadel's location is strategic. From its height, you can see the entire city below, an advantage that once helped rulers defend against invasion. Inside, there were once armories, storage rooms, and living quarters for guards and commanders. Over time, it also became a place of governance and ceremony. Taiz itself is a city of layers. Its streets wind along the hills, filled with markets, mosques, and schools. The people here are known for their education and activism, and the city has long been a center of intellectual and political life in Yemen. Visiting Al-Kahira gives a different perspective. Walking through the fortress, you can feel the weight of history in the stone underfoot. From the top, the view is breathtaking, rooftops stretching across the valley with the mountains framing the horizon. The fortress isn't just a relic, it's part of the city's identity. Far from the chaos of the present, hidden in the silence of the desert, the city of Marib, once the glorious capital of the ancient Sabaean kingdom. This city, dating back nearly 3,000 years, is closely tied to the legendary Queen of Sheba. It was here, according to ancient texts and oral traditions, that she ruled over a thriving civilization known for its wealth, diplomacy, and devotion to the sun god. The most remarkable achievement of this era is the Great Dam of Marib, built in the first millennium before Common Era. This massive structure wasn't just a dam, it was a symbol of human ingenuity in the face of nature. Stretching nearly 600 meters long and rising to more than 15 meters in height, the dam redirected monsoon rains into a sophisticated irrigation network that supported agriculture for thousands of people. But over time, the dam suffered damage and eventually collapsed. The loss marked the decline of the kingdom and is even referenced in Islamic texts as a turning point in Arabian history. Yet the spirit of the Sheba kingdom lives on in the ruins, from temple remains with sun-carved inscriptions that once supported massive Heading west, we arrive at one of Yemen's rare green gems, Jabal Bura. In a country known for its vast, arid landscapes, Jabal Bura stands out as a densely forested mountain range harboring a unique ecosystem that is both fragile and full of life. Unlike other regions, this area receives slightly more rainfall, creating a humid climate that supports tall trees, ferns, and moss-covered rocks. What makes Jabal Bura especially remarkable is the presence of the Hamadryas baboon, a species deeply woven into Yemen's ecological and cultural identity. These baboons are easily recognized by their thick, silver-gray coats and sharp, intelligent eyes. Males are typically larger and more dominant, leading tight-knit, structured groups. Their social behavior is complex, including vocal calls, grooming rituals, and displays of hierarchy often compared to human societies. To local people, these primates are more than just animals. They are the monks of the mountain. In local beliefs, Hamadryas baboons are seen as the spirit guardians of the forest, messengers of the mountain gods. Harming them is considered a bad omen. Some stories even tell of entire harvests failing after someone disrespected the baboons. As a result, a peaceful coexistence has formed between humans and baboons. Villagers leave offerings of fruit and herbs at the forest's edge as a sign of respect. Children grow up learning how to observe the baboons from a distance, to respect their space, and to regard them as protectors of the land. At the heart of Yemen stands Sana'a, one of the oldest inhabited cities in the world. With a history stretching back more than 2,500 years, the city is a living archive of Arabian culture. According to legend, it was founded by Shem, the son of Noah. The city is famous for its unique buildings. Towering homes decorated with intricate white gypsum patterns line narrow streets. These houses, often several stories tall, are built to be both functional and beautiful. Their thick walls insulate against heat, and the top floors usually have large windows to allow in cool air and light. From a distance, the city looks like it's made of gingerbread, a nickname often used by visitors. One of Sana'a's most iconic structures is the Al Saleh Mosque. Completed in 2008, it represents a modern interpretation of traditional Yemeni design. The mosque features towering minarets, graceful domes, and detailed tile work. It serves not only as a place of worship, but also as a cultural and architectural symbol of national pride. Despite facing challenges from conflict and urban pressures, the old city of Sana'a has retained much of its historic status. It has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, although it's currently listed as endangered. Still, locals continue to live, work, and celebrate life here. Not far from Sana'a, rising straight from a towering rock, is the Dar al-Hajar Rock Palace. Built in the 1930s by Imam Yahya as a summer residence, this palace is one of Yemen's most iconic architectural marvels. What makes it unforgettable is not just its vertical grandeur, but the way it blends into the rock beneath it, appearing almost as if it grew from the stone. The palace is constructed in layers, with rooms built one atop another, reaching 5 stories high. At the base lies a deep underground well, more than 60 meters deep, providing water even during the driest months. The design makes excellent use of natural ventilation and light with carefully placed windows and wind-catching towers. Inside the decor is simple but elegant. Arched doorways, geometric patterns, and carved wooden screens reflect traditional Yemeni aesthetics. Each room serves a purpose, from meeting guests to hosting family members, all arranged in a way that balances privacy and openness. Dar al-Hajar is more than a palace. It's a symbol of modest royal life and spiritual connection to the land. Imam Yahya was known for his reserved style of rule, and the palace reflects that, imposing from afar but intimate within. Today, it operates as a museum, drawing both local and international visitors. From the top floors, the view is nothing short of magical green fields, distant mountains, and the calm rhythm of rural life below. For many Yemenis, Dar al-Hajar is a proud reminder of heritage. Before our eyes is the strange island of Socotra, a place so unique that scientists often call it the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean. In the heart of this island lies the Dixam Plateau, a vast flat highland known for its surreal landscapes and rare species. The plateau is the most prominent habitat for the dragon blood tree, a plant that looks like it belongs in a fantasy novel. The dragon blood tree has a thick trunk, an umbrella-shaped canopy, but its most striking feature is its red sap, historically known as dragon's blood. This resin has been used for thousands of years as medicine dye, incense, and even in ancient rituals. Locals believe it holds healing powers, and it remains a valuable resource for traditional remedies. The trees grow slowly and live for hundreds of years. The Dixam Plateau itself is a place of stunning contrasts. Wide open skies stretch above jagged limestone formations and valleys carved by ancient rivers. The area supports herders mostly from the indigenous Bedouin community who lead goats and cattle across the landscape. Cultural beliefs on Socotra often describe the dragon blood trees as spiritual guardians. Some legends say they mark places where dragons once bled after battles. Others believe the trees communicate with the stars. Whether myth or ecology, these trees are essential to the island's identity. Preserving them isn't just about saving a species, it's about protecting a landscape that has always stood slightly apart. Still on Socotra Island, we come to the most impressive feature of this place, the Hajir Mountains. The mountains are not only a geological marvel, but also the lifeblood of the island's ecosystems. The Hajir Range is the source of many of Socotra's freshwater springs and rivers. During the rainy season, clouds roll in and envelop the peaks, feeding underground aquifers that provide water for plants, animals, and villages below. Waterfalls like Durhur cascade down moss-covered cliffs, creating lush pockets of green. in an otherwise dry land. For the people of Socotra, the Hajir Mountains are more than just a landscape. They're sacred. Many believe the mountains hold spirits that protect the island. Rituals and prayers are often directed toward these peaks, especially during times of drought or illness. Elders speak of caves where ancient carvings lie hidden, and of spirits that appear only in mist. The mountains also shape the culture. Many of the island's oldest settlements sit at their base, and the rhythms of daily life follow the mountains' moods. As the sun rises and casts shadows over the peaks, villagers begin their day gathering water, tending animals, telling stories passed down for generations. The Hajir Mountains are the spine of Socotra, not just physically, but spiritually. They hold the weight of time, memory, and the unspoken bond between people and place. Khalisan Canyon and Ara Beach, where water and sand meet. Formed over millions of years by groundwater erosion, this canyon winds through limestone hills in soft curves and steep drops. During the rainy season, water flows through it like a hidden stream, carving out deep channels and natural pools. The rock faces along Khalisan are dotted with small caves and colored in shades of beige, rust, and gray. Vegetation clings to the edges, and birds nest in the crevices. Walking through the canyon feels like entering a secret corridor between earth and sky. Light filters down in narrow beams, and sound is hushed by the canyon walls. Just beyond Khalisan lies Ara Beach, a place that almost seems impossible, where a freshwater spring flows directly into the ocean. This creates a rare brackish zone where different species of fish and plants coexist. The beach itself is framed by bright white dunes and turquoise waters, making it a favorite among locals for relaxation and fishing. Araha is one of the few remaining nesting sites for green sea turtles on Socotra. Between June and September, these turtles return to the same beach where they hatched to lay their eggs. Although Khalisan and Ara aren't rich in temples or myth, they speak of nature's quiet persistence. There's something sacred in the way water carves stone and turtles find their way back home. As our journey across Yemen nears its end, we reach one of its most joyful and peaceful spots, Shab Beach. Tucked away on the coast of Socotra, this secluded beach is known not just for its beauty, but for the daily spectacle that unfolds in its waters. Every morning, as the sun rises over the horizon, schools of spinner dolphins appear near the shore. They leap, twirl, and splash in the shallows, an acrobatic display that has earned the place its nickname, the Dolphin Dance. For the people who live nearby, This isn't just a natural event. It's a sign, a good omen. Many believe it signals a blessed day ahead, and fishermen often take the appearance of dolphins as a sign of safe seas. The beach itself is pristine, soft white sand water, so clear you can see the sea floor and no signs of heavy development. Coral reefs nearby are home to a variety of marine life, including parrotfish groupers and sea urchins. Unlike many other parts of Yemen, Sharb Beach has remained relatively untouched by tourism. There are no large resorts, no crowds, and no noise, just the rhythm of waves and the occasional dolphin leap. Sharb is not dramatic or legendary like other parts of Yemen, but it doesn't need to be. Its beauty in its simplicity, a reminder that sometimes peace and wonder come not from myths or monuments, ordinary images from nature. And what you've just seen is a different side of Yemen, one the world rarely talks about. Here, every mountain, every city, every breeze carries a story older than memory. This isn't just a journey, it's a chance to touch something deeper, a kind of beauty we usually only hear about in the news. If this journey sparked your curiosity, come with us for what's next. Subscribe to True Globe, leave a comment, or share this video with someone who still believes the world holds wonders waiting to be seen. Because Yemen isn't some distant planet, it's part of our world, and it deserves to be known.